I'm going to market DTP here all day, dude. But without me bullshitting, I'd say DTP is the way to go. The way that I did it, Flex Lewis. So he got me doing a lot of burnout reps to begin with because I used to have skinny calves. So at the end of every set, I would just basically hold on to something for balance, and I would just do that. As soon as I've reached failure on a certain set, I'll just do burnout reps, just to keep getting blood into the area, because in your calf and your soleus muscle, you have a very, very, very thick sheath of the fascia. It's very thick there. On like African Americans, it can be even thicker there. That's why you'll see so many of them with very skinny calves. So the blood, obviously, that you're pushing into that area will help stretch the fascia to allow it to grow. But what I have found that starting your calf routine with seated calves over standing calves helps facilitate growth in that area, because your soleus is the sheath that runs underneath the gastrocnemius here. So what you're trying to do is get blood into this area, so then it's able to better filter into the gastrocnemius there, okay? So you work this area first through your seated calf movement, okay? So what I would generally do is do a superset of DTP. So starting off with a seated for 50 reps, and then moving onto the standing for 50 reps. And obviously following that theme of then resting and then doing 40 and 40, and then 30 and then 30, and 20, 20, 10, 10. If you're going to go down to 5, you can go down to 5, and then reverse that pyramid back up. Do you know what I mean? So if that's not going to work for your calves, mate, nothing will, because you are literally like, you want to crawl out of the gym by your lips, because it is that painful, dude. It's annihilation. It's more of a mental. I find calves more mental than it is physical, because your brain always wants to give out. You think it's your body giving out because it's so hot and it burns or whatever, but a lot of it is mental when it comes to training calves and legs, that I find. It's obviously the most challenging body parts, so that's when you obviously have to be the most focused. You have to go in there as if someone's got a gun to your head every single time. And just when you're saying to yourself, I cannot perform another rep, picture that gun to your head, and if you don't do 10 more reps, that gun's going to go, or whatever. Just whatever mental application you've got to put yourself in to allow yourself to do it. But I'd say if you do those supersets with DTP, that's going to stretch your fascia, it's going to get the blood in there. Obviously you're going to be working both your muscle fibers, but you do have a predominant amount of slow twitch muscle fibers, slow twitch muscle fibers in your calves, because you're walking on them all day. So it just goes hand in hand by hitting them with high reps. And prioritize them. A lot of people do calves at the end of their workout. Do it at the beginning of your workout. Always prioritize area as your weakest. So say if you've got leg day, and you normally do your quads or whatever first, do it the other way around, do calves first, and then go on to your quads and hams, when you're at your strongest.